With all of his power, speed, agility, and admiration for villainy, Titus O'Neil could be the one that can win this match. O'Neil's serious about his moniker, and that's the real deal. Barely any damage has been inflicted so far, but this one's not over yet. Oh, they couldn't find a home for that one.
Well, it certainly wasn't due to a lack of trying, Michael.
Randy Orton doesn't like people in his personal life. One thing that he will share is the work he does away from the ring. Studying archive footage of his opponents of different eras in the business. Anything he can do to give himself an advantage over other WWE superstars. The Viper never stops. And so, what are your thoughts right now on Titus O'Neil?
I see somebody who's determined to walk away victorious. Unfortunately, I also see three others who are equally as driven to succeed. Something's going to have to give.
Oh my God, his body's been through hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution. Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe. Cole, you spoke before about Randy Orton not liking people in his personal life and studying footage. Well, you know what? His dad, WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton, was the exact same way.
You know, King, I think you're right, because I think by nature the Ortons are loners who want to rule the ring and then be left alone afterwards. Quick thinking to avoid that. And now he goes for it a second time. Look at this.
Oh, out here you have to be able to think on your feet lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and you can find yourself in a world of hurt.
Just making his presence felt there. The frequency of this move is becoming deliberate at this point, to say the least.
No kidding. Over and over and over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the moment Randy Orton came into this company in 2002, he has been a guarded individual. Yes, he's a student of the game and knows the history of the business like no one else, but he doesn't have a lot of friends.
Right.
Has had fewer associates and less acquaintances, and that's exactly how Randy Orton likes it.
But you know, Michael, I don't think so. How much pain is that arm in now?
What a shot. Roman Reigns, he may be done for.
No kidding. Roman Reigns might be out cold after that one. Cole, what's he got in mind? Randy Orton showing some adversity right now. This is dangerous. Cole, this is so brutal. Imagine what he'd be doing if this was an anything goes match. Uh-oh.
Back between the ropes.
Look at that reversal. What strength.
Oh, and he missed that one. God, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, you're not doing any damage with swings like that, but keep doing it. The breeze may give him a cold. Ooh, nothing pretty about that. Oh, no. Wait a minute, Cole.
Oh, and did you hear the impact? Extra slow getting back to his base here. Back in the ring again.
Good. Keep it in the ring, guys.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
No kidding. This is getting ugly.
I don't know how much more of this that back can take.
All these power moves tonight are making bigger and bigger impacts.
The ref is down, and this one could break loose.
Well, it looks like a visit to the chiropractor's office will be in order after this one.
And it's up. He got the shoulder lock. There's no keeping this guy down tonight. He's pressing all the right buttons now.
Somehow, he's kicked it into another gear here tonight.
The worst thing you could do in a fatal four-way match is assume one of your opponents is a friend. There are no allies.
Oh, man! That's it! Did you hear that? I'm just glad I didn't feel it. Oh, not again. Not again. When he gets going like this, there are a few better. Look how slow he is to recover here. That was some serious punishment.
Orton stopped. Randy Orton has done it.
And Randy Orton stomping everything in sight. This is vintage Orton. 2, 3. What a tremendous victory. Look at this.
Here's your winner.
And this one's going to be a four-way dance. Getting his attention with a vicious strike. Once a body part is identified as weak, it continues to be the focal point of an attack.
Well, you can't blame the person. If it's working, you got to do it. Oh, wow.
Oh, he missed.
Oh, nobody home that time. A rivalry that I think helped Randy Orton solidify his true superstardom was his journey into Death Valley versus The Undertaker. Remember that?
Oh, of course.
Orton proved to be one of the Dead Man's greatest adversaries, and to this day, the Viper's match versus the Phenom at WrestleMania 21 is regarded as one of the best in the streak.
So give us the breakdown here for Lex Luger.
You're talking about someone who has all the talent necessary to become one of the all-time greats.
I got to tell you, these guys are in the best shape I've ever seen them in. Well, that missed him all right.
Hey, did you look before firing? What an idiot.
What an attack. And I don't have one problem with it. In the WWE, you do what you have to do to get ahead. Like in any business, only the strong survive.
Jerry, you touched on the incredible rivalry between Randy Orton and The Undertaker, and I have to say, as someone who was in the broadcast position for so many of their face-offs on SmackDown and called their showdown at the 21st Showcase of the Immortals, Orton versus Undertaker was one of the gravest challenges to the life of the streak ever.
Mike, before you describe what it was like calling the war between Undertaker and Randy Orton, I remember a chill going through the entire Staples Center at WrestleMania 21. Randy Orton versus Undertaker is certainly one of the best rivalries I've ever seen.
When you're such a prolific striker like The Undertaker, you can create your own momentum. When you're as dominant as The Undertaker, you can unleash the flames of hell at your choosing.
Oh, watch out. What a blow. The great one's in trouble.
Whoa, man. I think that actually rocked The Rock. The Undertaker is nearly 7 feet tall and 300 pounds. I mean, he can choke slam the nearly 500-pound Big Show. Clear the top rope with a dive out onto the floor and lock in a submission hold with the best of them. He truly is the Phenom. Well, that's it.
Oh, look out. All right, now that's what I'm talking about.
Wow, it doesn't get much better than that right there. Good Lord, he's just hell-bent on maiming his opponent. He's pulling out all the stops tonight.
He's simply reminding him that he's here. There's no coming back from that.
Oh, my. Put it in the books. This one's got to be over now.
Another shot for good measure. This is when you know you'll pull out anything you need in order to put away your opponent for good.
King, you touched on a tremendous point earlier. The vast range of abilities The Undertaker can utilize against an opponent. He seems to be getting better, growing stronger as time goes on.
Well, Michael, I have to tell you, I have never... The shoulders are down.
And he escapes with a kick out.
You don't get many opportunities like that against Undertaker.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Ow. Ooh. Oh, a huge slam. I have a feeling we're going to see several more demonstrations like that before the night's over. Wow, he's still down after that.
Twice as nice.
Stay down! Stay down!
Just making his presence felt there. He's not exactly popping up to his feet here.
Well, what do you expect, Michael? Did you see what just happened? You know, Cole, when you talk about the offense of The Undertaker, one word comes to mind.
What's that, King?
I think it's unstoppable. I think the Phenom's moves are so powerful that almost any offense from him can finish off it.
And The Undertaker goes for the tombstone pile driver. And when a man that big lays that one on you, it's as good as over.
You're right, Cole. I'd say this one is as good as over. Ouch! You can hear that in different time zones. The Rock is laying the smack down, and the WWE Universe is heating it up.
Oh, my. Get the medics down here.
Now, what did you think of that? What a match. What a fight. When you reach this point, all bets are off. Anything can happen.
Sharpshooter's locked in, and man, is he leaning back on it.
King, you mentioned The Undertaker's devastating arsenal of moves. There's so many.
What a win! Man, he's got to feel great.
Is cooking.
Wait a minute. I can't believe what we see.
Here's your winner, The Rock.
And here we go in this no-holds-barred, one-fall-to-a-finish match. He's simply reminding him that he's here.
Oh, out of nowhere. Oh, wait, nice reversal. Oh, out of nowhere. Oh, wow. Well, the trick sometimes when you get outside the ring is survival. The match becomes almost secondary when you get near all these dangerous objects.
You look at this man. Look at The Undertaker. When you look into his destructive eyes, you see a path of darkness that'll lead you straight to hell. Tell us about The Rock.
Well, luckily, the body hasn't absorbed too much of an attack up to this point. Usually when someone decides to use a weapon, you can almost guarantee it's not a one-time occurrence. You got to be ready for anything.
Look at the attack here.
Oh, man, talk about a direct hit.
And he dodges that one. Look at this. He's going back to the single-leg Boston Crab.
Oh, man, a hole named after the Beantown.
Man, oh, man, did he take a wild swing with that one.
You're right. That was wild indeed. Good thing we're over here.
What a huge win.
Let's take a look at some of the... And here we go in this anything goes match.
It's an amazing atmosphere in this arena tonight.
Oh, you're right. Big fight feel here, no doubt.
Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match.
It's the way I always used to do it.
I'll be shocked if that's not it. We've often said that a true finishing move is one that can be applied to any adversary. Well, Roman Reigns has achieved that and then some with a spear. Whether it's the 7-foot Big Show of Daniel Bryan, Reigns' spear bisects his opponent and stops them dead in their tracks. As we watch Roman Reigns, let's get your take on him.
The sky's the limit. I see a lot of main events in the future.
He's going to take a chance here.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not.
Folks, The Undertaker being controlled now.
It doesn't get more painful than that.
That wild strike found nothing but empty air that time.
Man, that's what you call swinging for the fences and missing. The spear from the monster Roman Reigns is one of the most awesome sights I have ever witnessed. With every step, you can see the intensity and rage in Roman Reigns as he looks to bury his opponent. And in mere seconds, that's exactly what happens.
Showing a great deal of faith and trust in that move.
I'm not sure I can watch this. Nice, well-placed kick to the ribs. Ow!
How the heck does that not leave a competitor paralyzed? Brutal.
I'm telling you, that's one of the most vicious things I've ever seen. Well, the trick sometimes when you get outside the ring is survival. The match becomes almost secondary when you get near all these dangerous objects. What's he going to do here? What's he going to do here?
The back is the largest area on the human body and thus always a target.
I know what you mean. You know I've got a weak back.
How long did you have that?
Oh, about a week back.
Sometimes I feel it's difficult to articulate the full impact Roman Reigns' spear has on one of his adversaries, or should I say, victims. The force that Reigns is able to generate to strike down his opponent is simply awesome.
Well, Michael, that's the kind of effect a spear coming from Roman Reigns has. Someone who's 6'3" and 265 pounds running at you like a speeding Mack truck? Of course it's going to saw someone in half.
Not today, too fast.
Oh, once you get out of the ring, anything can happen. You've got exposed steel, concrete, the barricades, and all of it can be used to cause massive damage.
As the circulation of blood and oxygen is cut off to the brain, the question is, how long can this go on?
Yeah, how long can he stay conscious? Oh, watch out. What? He's still not through?
I don't think so.
You know, Cole, it's tough to sit here and try to choose Undertaker's most fierce rival. Of all the current and future WWE Hall of Famers that have stood in front of the Lord of Darkness, I think I'm going to go with the cerebral assassin, the Game, Triple H.
He's doing everything he can to get his bearings back here. Otherwise, this match could be over sooner than anyone could if Triple H makes the cover. And the shoulder's up.
And the match continues. I love this. Batista has enough experience to know he was almost done there.
We're looking at complete domination here. Look at Roman Reigns here.
I'm not sure I can watch this. Whoa! Don't get up.
Look out. You talked before, King, about The Undertaker's most intense rivalry, and Triple H, it is. It's one thing to meet an opponent at WrestleMania, but to clash with an adversary at 3 WrestleManias?
Wow. Well, you know, each of the battles between these men became more heated and more intense. An ongoing war of respect on the grandest stage of them all, to see who was the best in the WWE. You know, this rivalry will be a long chapter in the WWE history books. Oh, Batista is unleashing an incredible wrath here. Look out. Oh, what impact. Oh, out here you have to be able to think on your feet lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and it's all over but the shouting. Stay down. Stay down.
Just making his presence felt there.
Are we going to see it?
Rattle that spine with a powerful scoop slam.
Oh, make an appointment with your counter.
The Batista bomb. This one is in the books.
I think you're right. Another victory here. Oh, this capacity crowd is on the edge of their seats, eagerly waiting to see what Triple H is going to do next. They know one thing's for sure. When the Game walks through that curtain, something will happen that they will never, ever forget.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Man, he's still down after that move. I almost wonder if his bell got seriously wrong there.
That strike hit the spot. There's no way he could have avoided that blow. He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
Look out! Triple H! What a maneuver!
Tonight we're in for quite a treat, courtesy of WWE COO Triple H. Many of the fans you see,
Here's the cover.
now back to, oh, look at that. He managed to get a shoulder up.
Well, like they say, Cole, timing is everything. I'm shocked. I mean, we know Batista's tough, but what does it take to put him away?
That was rough.
Well, we're on the move here. No, not again. Oh, out here you have to be able to think on your feet lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and you can find yourself in a world of hurt. Cole, what's he got in mind?
Not today, too fast. We're looking at complete domination here. The strike finds its target.
And that's how you do it. Oh, that was brutal. He got it.
Down goes Reigns.
Man, and taking Roman Reigns off his feet would be considered by many a career highlight. Man, Triple H, what offense.
Whoa! A direct hit. Talk about getting tagged and knocked in the middle of next week.
And he gets to the ropes.
Ouch! You can hear that in different time zones.
Just toying with the competition a little. Makes the cover. 1, 2, 3. He did it. What a huge win.
And here's just some of the action we saw during the match. Oh, that was awesome. This match was...
Here's your winner.
Let's face it, it's difficult to be successful in WWE in one-on-one action, but a fatal four-way, a competitor has just a 25% chance of being victorious. Those aren't the best odds for anyone.
Uh-oh.
The animal is not in the best of shape here, King. He needs to use that power to get back in this match. Oh, God. That was hitting the nail right on the head. If he takes many more of those, he's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree.
It's almost too much to imagine the trials and tribulations that The Undertaker must have faced in Death Valley along with Paul Bearer and Kane. Just by looking into the eyes of the dead man, you can tell he carries the memories of fire and hell with him.
And looking at Roman Reigns, what's the story for him right now?
That's someone who gets it. Someone who knows the value of hard work and dedication.
Extra slow getting back to his base here. Oh, and did you hear the impact? This action has gotten completely out of control.
Wow, what a shot. Talk about battering someone.
Oh, my gosh! This is not the position you want to be in.
There may be no stopping him.
Once the bat goes, it's nearly impossible to stand, let alone deliver any offense.
King, it's no secret at times The Undertaker has been tormented by his past, the darkness, the destruction. But the dead man will make you feel his wrath and make you a believer if he's forced to do so. That is how it's always been, and that is how it always will be.
Well, The Undertaker will unleash his wrath, and in that wrath are the powers from the dark side that will result in an opponent's ultimate demise. You can feel Death Valley come over an entire arena when The Undertaker says those three famous words, rest in peace. Well, he's got his opponent, and what's he going to...
It's just a matter of time now.
Oh, my God! Oh, that's going to put an end to this one.
How's that for an assault? Now you have to stay on top of your opponent so your weapons tactic doesn't backfire. We all know what they say about karma.
The COO Triple H is a private man, though it's been known for, well, more than some time. For the benefit of our newer viewers at home, I'll inform them that for many years, he and his wife, Stephanie McMahon, have been widely recognized as one of the most powerful couples in the entire world.
Absolutely.
Ouch, he's going to be bruised from head to toe before this one's over.
Wow, he's still down after that. Uh-oh, big move coming. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh, it may be time.
Tombstone pile driver. Undertaker's work is just about done here.
Oh, anytime you get tombstone pile driven by The Undertaker, you're finished. Batista has enough experience to know he was almost done there.
Batista showing the WWE Universe.
And I think it's obvious that he'll stop at nothing to win here tonight.
Wow, that overhand punch started down behind his feet and just kept coming.
Woohoo, man, that came out of left field.
That strike hit the spot. There's no way he could have avoided that blow. Triple H knows how to polish off an opponent. And Undertaker's knocked to the mat.
Yeah, the shoulders are down.
And he breaks the cover, forcing the referee to stop the count.
Well, that's just not enough to get the job done. I'm shocked. I mean, we know Batista's tough, but what does it take to put him away? Roman Reigns gathering attention in a hurry. Well, the trick sometimes when you get outside the ring is survival. The match becomes almost secondary when you get near all these dangerous objects.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Look at this.
Could it? Wow, what a move from Triple H. That's how you sweep an opponent under the carpet. And will this be it?
It may be. Two. Oh, there it is. What a win. Man, he's got to feel great. 1 in a million is the only way to describe. I can't believe what we saw. And here's some highlights.